Alright, guys, welcome to episode 1 of the Whatever Podcast. I'm Mike Joiner YT with my co host,
I'm Chris.
and let's get right to it. So, if you
We're going to be talking about the controversy around the Super Bowl commercial regarding the Jesus gets us,
yeah,
and I'm going to let Mike take this real quick.
so I don't know about the commercial, and I don't know like the whole context of the controversy. So, Chris, can you like explain it or no?
Yeah. Um. So during the Super Bowl, I think it was. Oh yeah, it was throughout the entire Super Bowl actually. Throughout all the commercial breaks,
That one
it
kept
came
popping
out
up.
about 3 times or 2 times, but it was a commercial about um, I don't know, like a slideshow of people, like not I wouldn't say needy, but people, and it had the big message, Jesus gets us, and it's like trying to spread the gospel,
Yeah, like, I understand that.
because it was like it had some, yeah, I don't know how to say it, but yeah, and people about the next day after the Super Bowl. I woke up in the morning, checked my phone, checked the news, and I looked to see that everyone is mad about the Super Bowl, like the ad. They say that it's offensive to certain groups,
What type of groups?
it's not exclusive to certain groups, and it's spreading hatred because it's religion, which is seen as a
Hate crime.
not necessarily a hate crime, but more of a bad choice. I don't know. Personally, I'm religious,
Both
so I
religious.
have no comment. But I mean, I just disagree with everyone. If it's not if it's not inclusive, then it would not say us.
Yeah.
And in the Bible, it does say, but let's not get into the Bible. This is school,
Yes. Cool.
and also I lost the bet.
I told you the Chiefs were gonna win.
Yeah, I lost very bad actually. But they did call like a really iffy play, the last one, because they said that it was a hold, but it didn't look like a hold.
Yeah, because the rules of football is kind of so dumb with the whole holding thing. Even the slightest hold
That's
becomes
all
a
he did.
flag.
That's all he did.
Yeah, I mean the rules are rules. Speaking of the let's speak about the halftime show. I liked it. I like Rihanna. I mean, yeah, the fucking halftime looked like a damn Super Smash Bros. Stage, but I like her music, so I think it's a good halftime.
It was quite the nostalgia trip, to be honest. I was with my family while watching the halftime show, and what I have to say is the first thing I noticed was that Rihanna was pregnant.
She was pregnant again, right?
That was the first thing I noticed when I looked at her. She had this red outfit and a red jacket, this a red plastic breastplate, and these like red I don't know, I'd call them parachute pants because that's what they look like to me. So some red parachute pants and some red boots or red heels, something like around that. And she had her stomach exposed, and it didn't look like she was like done. Like we already know she recently had a baby, but it didn't look like it was like well, whatever. But I didn't. We all noticed that she is pregnant,
Yeah.
and she has come out to confirm it.
Mhm. Okay, that's enough for the Super Bowl. Let's go to video games. Hogwarts Legacy is breaking new grounds, and
Is it
has
now?
yeah, it came out like last Friday, and there's a lot of controversy into the whole J.K. Rowling comments from a few years ago. If you don't know, she made a few comments that didn't go too well with the certain community, and they decided to boycott it. And the people who are streaming it, trans people made a website called That Wizard Game, so they can try to ban those people who try to stream the game, which is I think is very dumb. I believe in freedom of content. I believe the the people who stream, people who make videos have the free choice of um of doing whatever they want. What's your thoughts on that, Chris?
Um, I guess people should just leave everything as is because why get into something if it doesn't pertain to you? If someone said something so long ago, does it pertain to you? I mean, you can categorize yourself as a specific group, but are they saying it directly to you? No. So I really wouldn't see why I would take offense from people. Like if someone were to say something about, let's say, Hispanics, I would not take offense be on behalf of Hispanics because it's not directly at me specifically. If you said something years ago, we all like to forgive. If you do not forgive or forget, then that just shows that you have a very
Sensitive.
no, a very childish ideology. What it's a very immature ideology. That's how I should say it. Because if you held someone against their words, especially if those words were far long ago, then it just shows that the only thing you can do is just look back at the past because you have nothing about the future or the present. Because if you go so far as to just talking about and bringing back someone's past comments about a specific group, if you just bring that up out of the blue because someone's going to be profiting a lot of money,
Hmm.
why would you make someone miss out on or attempt to make someone miss out on millions just because they said a few words that was years ago? If you are still grasping your ears on what that person said long ago, then you are the problem. You have a problem. And I'm not scared to address who's in the wrong or the right. The people accusing and bringing up the past are in the wrong. I wouldn't say that she's in the right, but I can say she's in the wrong either. Because if you look at it this way, the way I am, I try to explain how I'm looking at it because we each have our own minds. Our brains work differently.
Yes.
I think I see it as we should just leave it be and just coexist without having to fight over every little thing. Because in reality, it's not going to make any good kind of change. It's not productive at all. It's odd to even bring up something from years ago, and it's ignorant. Back to you.
And yes, I'll be buying Hogwarts Legacy, but not right now. It's like $75 for digitally, and to me, I'm not doing this to hate on trans people or anything like that. I'm simply a Harry Potter fan. Of course, my favorite book is Order of the Phoenix, and my favorite movie is Prisoner of Azkaban. And yeah, I'm buying it because I'm a fan. Either people who are buying it is a fan who like the graphics to the game, or they're trying to get into the series. And yeah, that's about it. So, another topic is is the conspiracy theory. Hey, Chris, have you heard of the Mile Airport conspiracy?
What is that?
Okay, so the Mile High Airport is, of course, the airport in Colorado, and people believe that it's the headquarters to the Illuminati. Do you believe in the Illuminati or no?
I do believe they exist, yes, but I do not know who consists of the Illuminati.
Yeah.
Or
So,
who the Illuminati, no, what the Illuminati consists of, my bad.
okay. So, there was a commercial back in like 2019 or 2020 or like somewhere around there, of a commercial of the statue of the horse and ta- talking, and it says "Welcome to Illuminati Airport," and then it like glitches and saying it's like "Welcome to the Illuminati." I mean, Mile Airport Airport. It's in Colorado. And when that commercial came out, a lot of people expect that it was a headquarters to Illuminati. People say that they built underground like hotels, like but underground bases, like for Illuminati members in case of a like nuclear war or something like that. So, and one thing creepy about that airport is the sculpture, like the one who created the statue horse. When it was complete, like when it was complete, the person died. It got crushed on. And yeah, that's what I think. That's why it's a Illuminati airport. So I'll take it to Chris.
I think things like these, I can easily speculate that they are true, but I can't prove it. If it's a public airport, I don't see how no one. If it's such a big controversy, I don't see how no one's found out anything, but it is possible that they could have found out that the controversy rose up so fast that they immediately covered it up. Perhaps they even relocated their headquarters.
Yeah, I believe that too.
Perhaps they have multiple. I'm unsure about all of that, but I do know for a fact that Illuminati does in fact exist. I mean, it's been proven so many times. It's even on the dollar bill. Um, man, these I don't know, these elites, these governments, these high figures. It's really interesting to see how much power they can wield just by themselves. Uh, However, it could also be that they're just big, wealthy families that have so much power and control, but they're all like twisted in their own minds. But I mean, yeah, that's all I got to say about the whole airport thing. But also, real quick, the horse's eyes glowing. I've always wanted to see a image of it. I haven't seen them yet, but I'm yet to see.
Oh, I forgot. I forgot to mention that about the horse going ice. Okay, let's get away from this. Let's talk about movies this time. The Ant Man movie and the Quantum Where the Hell is College coming out this Friday. I'm really excited to go see a movie. What about you, Chris? Do you like Marvel or something like that?
Personally, I prefer DC.
DC, really
DC.
interesting. That's interesting. And yeah, we got, of course, first of all, we got a bunch of cool trailers for new movies. That includes The Flash, which is I really want to go see because it includes
Batman.
the very first Batman, Michael Keaton. Well, not the very first one. Yeah, Michael Keaton was the second, right? It was Adam West the first one. Yeah, I think it has to do with the Flashpoint. Something like I think it's called the Flashpoint. Something like the comics. I know it's like an anime movie about it, which I really loved. And I'm trying to see it to come to the big screens. And another movie is the Super Mario Brothers movie. I want to see that because me and Chris are Mario fans. Is that right, Chris?
I've always been a fan of Mario since I was a child. I even played the Nintendo Mario 64.
Yeah, I play Mario 64 so much.
It's a very fun game, interesting enough as it is. Yeah, the storyline also small when I played it that I don't even understand what the storyline for the entire Mario universe is. However, I do know for a fact that one of the hardest levels is the island with Yoshi.
Oh, I hate that. I hate that.
Yoshi's Island is very difficult. I also loved playing the Love Me Not, a very difficult game. Sometimes I get Love Me, but oftentimes I just got Love Me Not. Then there was that little slide,
And Mars. Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
the red slide, that big, like it was like a large hall with a carpet and you're just sliding. Very fun. And it was what I now realize what makes me miss childhood games and movies so much is the simplicity in them. Now everyone wants complexity,
high graphics, all 4K. Like
back then, everything was on a simple plane. You just had, if you had a cartoon, the cartoons would be drawn easily. If you had a movie, the movie would have a simple storyline. The characters weren't so complex. There wasn't that much. They would basically give you like, it's basically the equivalent to eating a plate of Dino chicken nuggets and fries or mac and cheese. They're simple. They're simple, but they are extremely good, especially when you're a child.
But when you grow
What takes the joy out of childhood movies and just what takes the joy out of just being a child? Well, I mean, growing up from being a child is how your imagination is suppressed by
reality.
yes. As you age, you learn,
Yeah.
and as you learn, you become more mature. You can become emotionally mature, physically too. Especially, oh, I mean, it's natural, especially when you get older. That causes hormones, and that's an imbalance in feelings and emotions. It causes you to think, and you think too much. You think about bad things. The second you zone into a gray area of emotion, when you're young, it'll start spiraling and spiraling and spiraling until one day you're next thing you know, you're not 6 anymore. You're 16, and now you have like adult responsibilities. You have all these things you got to worry about.
Like driving,
Oh, driving is not much of a
Yeah, but when you,
word.
but once you grow up, people think it's complex when you're older. And then when you now think it's simple.
Oh yeah, driving always seemed very complex and difficult to me when I was young. But now that I'm older, I drive with ease, and I've never been professionally taught. I taught myself. It's been very fun, and I mean, I drive. I mean, I'm getting my hardship license, but right now I just have a permit. But it's cool. Anyways,
Okay, speaking of childhood stuff, do you remember those lies that our parents used to tell us, just like to scare us? I
like
know,
which ones?
like if you stare at the screen, if you like go like real close to the TV, say you're gonna go blind or mess up your vision.
Oh, that is partially true actually.
Yeah.
This the reason why I am blind the way I am is because when I was small, I used to put on my grandma's glasses, which she was extremely blind, and that messed up my cornea. And from there on, well, I stopped wearing the glasses, but I wore them all the time when I was like 2 or 1. I don't know. For some reason, I just like putting things on my face like glasses. And over time, when I was like a toddler through my childhood and at least all the way to 7, I was always staring in front of TVs, especially the plasma ones. I'd always touch them. I loved touching the plasma TVs because you get this little static feeling.
I know. Special. Another one was that video games will rot your brains. I think that was not true.
No.
Well, back then it was kind of true because we were little kids until you realize when you get older you can make a high profit out of video games and talking. And the thing about staring at your screen too long, I think it's dumb because for a living we're staring at a computer right now in class, or we stare at our phones watching TikTok or YouTube Shorts. So.
I feel like video games are just a dependent variable on who you are.
Yeah,
What I mean by that is, if you're a very mature person, someone who has a high vocabulary, talks a lot, and knows what they're saying, and knows what they're talking about, you're gonna want to watch the person play games rather than someone who is what I would say the common gamer nerd, the one who's
That's me.
obsessed with every game, doesn't know how to dress, doesn't know how to talk, doesn't have a high vocabulary, and only has a vocabulary that's in the vicinity of just games and whatnot.
Am I like that, Chris, or no?
No. What I'm talking about is someone who would make someone who you wouldn't want to watch play a game. Who would you rather watch? Someone who's just
Dumb.
on the low, like no, I wouldn't say dumb. That's a bit of a stretch. But
Yeah, it's
someone
kinda, yeah.
who's inexperienced with I don't know, like someone who's just inexperienced with a lot of things. But if you see someone who has a lot of experiences, like life experiences, play games, they'll understand it and they'll take everything a little bit differently. But someone who's just playing would just play to play, just to how would I say it, for entertainment. That's what a lot of people play for. Personally, whenever I play games, I usually play with things like chess, Grand Theft Auto, or sometimes even no, what's it called, Forza.
Forza. Oh, I love Forza.
Forza Horizon 5 is not the best, so I usually go with Forza Horizon 4. Very good game. A lot of more cars, more inclusive to like other games, like Final Fantasy.
Ooh, I love Final Fantasy.
They have the car in there.
Really?
Yes.
That's awesome.
They
That's really
have
cool.
Hot Wheels. They have Halo. They have many things actually, and it's very interesting how all of it just comes together. Like all these games collab with Forza, and you just got this racing game with all these fictional fantasy other cars, or along with regular normal modern cars. That's kind of. But whenever I'm playing these games, I don't just race. No, or I don't just play Grand Theft Auto. Just play Grand Theft Auto. No, I take everything in like as if I'm operating an actual business on Grand Theft Auto, and I talk like I'm operating an actual business. On Forza, I use racing terms and all of those. I indulge in the game I'm playing, as in I want to get to know the background of the game, the other games, the previous games, especially if it's a game I've never, if it's a title that I've never researched, I'll play the first instead of researching into it and just getting a whole brief summary. I'll play from beginning to end of all titles. It's like Resident Evil. When I was young, I started off with 5, and that was my very first one. I finished it when I was 9. Actually, it took me many years to finish Resident Evil.
Yeah, that game's hard.
Oh, it's that. Let's not get into it, but
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a very difficult game, and recently I started playing the old Resident Evil just to start getting the storyline.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Uh, we're recording this on April 4th, not April, February 14th, which is Champions League for soccer. No, it's not. Yes, it's also Valentine's Day, but I don't believe in Valentine's Day because I'm single. Are you single, Chris?
Well, I wouldn't say that I am and that I'm not, but I will say this. Oftentimes, people look at Valentine's. Well, most singles look at Valentine's Day in a pessimistic viewpoint that they think that because they're single, that it's bad. No, the concept of love is that you find someone that understands you and you understand someone. But it's not about you just finding them, and it's not about them finding you. It's about you gotta look for that person, and that person has to be at least willing to look for someone else as well. If you're going for someone and they're not interested in you, you should never pursue them. I actually have a quote. Let me get it. Go on, Mike.
Yeah, it's about patience with Valentine's Day, and this to be the last thing we're talking about. Is I think it's like a 25-minute podcast. I mean, it's not that long because we want to want to get used to us talking. Like not some podcasts don't go like over an hour. They either go for 20 minutes or 30 minutes, like not close to an hour, because it's like their first episode or anything like that. Please hurry up.
Okay, so
Chris.
here's what I'm trying to say. The longer you entertain what's not for you, the further you postpone what is. And what that means is, if you're going for this girl and she doesn't want you, why would you continue entertaining her by trying to advance? You can't. You're just giving her entertainment. What you should do instead of just waiting is do something about it. What's keeping you from getting with that person or even getting into a relationship? What's stopping others from looking at you as attractive? You gotta change. Look at those factors and change them around. You gotta reverse what you already have. You gotta go back. If you're big, you gotta be skinny. If you're skinny, you gotta get a little bigger. But anyways, that's all we have for today.
So thank you all for watching this video.
And I'm Chris.
I'm Michael Ibarra.
And have a blessed day. Thank you.
What's going on, yo? It's your boy Mike here again, back in with another video with Mike. I have two new co-hosts today.
But there's me and
me.
yeah.
Well, because they don't know their names. So you know Chris from episode 1. And
We got a new character added to the lore.
And say your name?
Manuel Ibarra.
Yes. We're not related. His with an I, mine with the Y. So let's get right to it. So how was your day today, Chris, so far?
My day was very good. Thank you for asking. And how was yours?
Mine has been very good today. I went to Target yesterday and I bought a Lego piece of Star Wars. It's the Snow Troopers. Well, I got really mad because it's been really expensive at Target, even for Lego pieces. Because I saw a Lego piece. It's the Jedi Starfighter from Episode 2. It was a small ship, but it's 29, close to $30. And I got sold that man a small set for $30. Same thing with Harry Potter. It's like one. I think the Shrieking Shackle from Prisoner of Azkaban, the set is almost close to $50 now. Was back then it was like close to $30, which I got real upset. So yours, Chris.
And how long did it take for you to build the little Lego set?
Took me like 30 minutes.
30 minutes? Wow.
Nice.
That's a good time. I'm not too familiar with Legos, but when I was younger, I used to always have some. I usually got like Scooby-Doo or those Minecraft ones. They were pretty cool.
I also had Legos when I was young, but I did not do a good job like taking care of them at all. So
Me too.
and then I would end up stepping on them, and that would hurt.
Oh yeah, they hurt the
Gotcha.
most to step on. The ones I used to always step on were those little bricks, the little rectangular ones. Those
We all
hurt the
step on one.
most.
I did finish building a Sonic one very recently. Took like a few days or some and stuff. Yeah.
And another thing I want to talk about right now is that have you seen the recent crash in Ohio? The train wreck?
Oh, it's the train derail in Ohio.
Yes.
I call it the mini Chernova because I heard that toxic waste has entered the river,
Oh
and
yes.
it could affect us everyone who. You think? Okay, I know. No, Cincinnati is not near Canada. It's somewhere near. It's on the right side of the U.S. So it might affect Michigan because Michigan is next door to Ohio, and there might be a real big problem of had to removing toxic waste from the waters because toxic waste can kill because fishes are just a home of them, and they could probably get sick or get real bad infection. Some people fish there, and they might get an infected fish, but they don't know about that. They might bring it home and eat it, and it might give them radiation, which leads to cancer, which is I'm very worried about, because it can affect a lot of people, but people don't know about that. So
And I heard it was vinyl, wasn't it?
it was what?
Vinyl.
Yeah, I think it was vinyl as well.
It was like I heard that the water that they drink is gonna be contaminated. It's very possible. A lot of people died, and I think this should be like all over the headlines, but it's not. And a reporter, he was reporting on it at the scene, and he was arrested. I don't know why. What do you think about that?
He was arrested.
Yes,
Mm,
for
I'm not.
reporting
I'm
the
not.
train.
Exactly, they do.
He was doing nothing but reporting.
So he
And
was
they
just
arrested
reporting,
him.
and he got arrested.
Yeah, I guess they wanted to keep it like under the cover.
That's what the Russians did when Chernobyl happened. They didn't inform the United States. Didn't. When the Chernobyl happened, it was Switzerland who discovered radiation all across their land. It went all the way to the west, and nobody else reported it except for Sweden, because Russian back then or the Soviet Union, they didn't always keep everything secret. They think they're always perfect. They didn't want everything's awesome in the Soviet Union, but we have over here a fucking nuclear power plants exploding. They can't even take care of it. So.
Yeah, and it's really sad to think about the lives that were lost during this explosion and how. What caused that train to derail? That's my question.
What was it?
What caused the train to derail?
I do not know. I think because they lost control.
Maybe a problem in their system.
I mean, because there's no way a train could derail unless something happens with the tracks. Or
Maybe
if
they
it goes too fast. Something leads me to believe that it was planned. Primarily because before the incident, there was a Netflix thing called, if I'm not mistaken, White Noise, where it's a similar situation, entirely similar, and it takes place, or it's either that one or another title, but in the title it takes place in the same spot, the same situation, and everything's like the exact same. So it leads me to believe that they planned it.
I just searched it up. They haven't confirmed what caused derail to derail, so we do not know yet. Probably might be they lost control of the train. It might derail like that, or a malfunction happened. So in case we still don't know, there was a report of a guy getting pissed off because they called off the meeting to why did it derail, and it was on Good Morning America right now. Yeah, that's what happened. So we don't know yet. So.
And well, because I wasn't here the other days and the past few days,
you good.
I have a question for all of you. What are your thoughts on Valentine's Day?
What's Valentine's Day?
Valentine's Day is the day that is made to appreciate loved ones, and it's all about love, admiration, and all of that for either friends or family or a couple. It's I don't know how to say it other than it's made to.
I didn't care about Valentine's Day. I was more worried about Champions League for soccer. And Paris PGS lost to Bayern, which is a team in Germany. And yesterday Chelsea lost to Dortmund, another team in Germany. I think today or on the 15th, Liverpool plays Real Madrid on Sunday, which I want Real Madrid because I'm not a big fan of Liverpool.
But I was happy yesterday because Man City beat Arsenal, which I really hate Arsenal with a passion because they're Premier League rivals with Man City and Manchester United. So those are my two teams, and also Real Madrid. I know you guys don't watch soccer, but I watch a lot of soccer because due to the World Cup.
Yeah, for my thoughts on Valentine's Day, honestly, don't have really much to say about it. It's just, yeah, I got nothing on it.
And what factors that reason that you guys kind of despise Valentine's Day?
What was that?
What factors?
What do we despise about
Yeah,
Valentine's
what
Day?
factors it?
What I despise about Valentine's Day is just I don't get why do we have to get um like hearts and shape of everything like that. Instead of like just chilling out and going on a date. And people now like some people are get big stuff, which I get to me I get real mad because I don't need stuff because I'm kind of religious and any like me like comforting you or me going to my like anything like that, that's all I need. I'm like a fundamental person when it comes to Valentine's Day, and plus it gets really freaking packed on HEB, Walmart, all across the place because it gets real packed because of Valentine's Day, and of course my parents both work, and they think on Tuesday my mom
Yeah.
got out until like 8 o'clock, and I think my dad was off or he went early. That's why I don't like Valentine's Day.
And what do you like about it? Is there anything you like about it?
Yeah, free chocolate or anything like that. But I'm not a real fan of chocolate stuff because I'm trying to cut on weight loss and cut on sugar.
Yeah, getting candy is alright. But yeah, I do agree with the whole that it gets packed and everything.
Valentine's Day is a very good day. I usually like it. That's when the sun usually seems to brighten brighter and everyone seems to be happier, more social. It's like a regular day, but it's seen as a holiday by so many. Oh wow, my voice keeps cracking.
What?
My voice keeps cracking. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm fine. But if you guys don't really like the day so much, then
It's not that I don't like it, I just don't really care for it.
Yeah, I agree
It's
with Mo.
like-
I just don't care about
you're
Valentine's
just
Day.
neutral with it.
Huh?
You're just neutral with it.
Yeah, it's neutral. It's just another day. Like just another day at work. Same thing for your birthday when you get older. Oh, it's a normal day.
It's a day that you could specifically use to appreciate a lot of people.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I used it to visit my deceased, and it was very nice. I took my grandma to see my other grandma, who was deceased, and it was a very nice time, very sentimental. I think that's what it's good for. The day can be used to bring people together, but it can also bring people apart.
Yeah.
Okay, so another topic we're gonna get into is of course conspiracy theories. I love conspiracy theories, and today we're gonna talk about the Illuminati, and not yeah the Illuminati. And do you agree that there's rumors saying people that Beyonce and Jay-Z are like the leaders of the Illuminati, and some celebrities are part of the Illuminati? Do you think that Beyonce and Jay-Z and all other celebrities are part of the Illuminati?
I can't say for sure because it's never been proven, but I can understand why people speculate that.
Yeah, there's a lot of conspiracy theories about Beyonce and Jay Z. And there's just one theory that when she was pregnant with I think pregnant with the first child. I think she has a son or something like that. I can't remember. Where she tried to sit down, but when you look closely at the footage, her stomach bends. And pregnancy, they can't. It's not. They don't do that in pregnancy. Like you have to like sit like lean back when you're pregnant. You can't like sit down normally because it'll probably hurt the baby. Because she was thinking like she was like I don't know like 5 months pregnant, almost close to birth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What do you say? What's your thoughts on that?
I mean, it all depends. Is it real or is it
People say it's real. People say it's fake.
until the source of where the actual video came from is shown all over the internet, then I'll believe it. But so far, I can't.
Speculate.
Yeah, I can't speculate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't speculate about that because I didn't really know that was a thing. And I mean, at the end of the day, they're just normal people, just like us. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I do you think there's a I know there's a lot of dark side of Hollywood. When people like when I went to California when I was little, I loved California so much. It was so amazing. I thought this is like people call it the modern Babylon, which I think it's dumb that
And what does that mean? Can you elaborate?
what
Can you elaborate on the
New, like,
definition of Babylon?
no, it's not a word. Babylon, it's a place. It's an ancient place in, I think no, not in Rome, not in Greece, somewhere in Persia. I think I can't remember. So it's just like Babylon is like it's a beautiful place, beautiful stuff, fantasy stuff. Same thing with Hollywood, which is wrong. Hollywood's just so damn old. We went to the Walk of Fame. Everything's all. We saw a bunch of homeless people under the highway, everything like that. So I took offense to that. What people call it the modern Babylon. And plus, there's a lot of shady stuff in Hollywood, right, Chris?
Hollywood is a very shady place. Yes, I would agree with that. Such as Dan Schneider.
From Nickelodeon. Oh my God,
Oh,
dude.
no.
I remember I was so shocked when all that stuff happened when everything came out because we all grew up like with iCarly, Drake and Josh,
Sam
Yeah,
and Cat.
all those classics, bro.
classics.
Sam and Cat too.
Yeah, cartoon like live action cartoons. Wait, he did Nickelodeon? He did Nickelodeon, right?
Yeah, Nickelodeon was like the main one who always did those live action shows. But
Oh, he did. He did.
after Dan died, then that's when kind of like Nickelodeon just went downhill. I'd hate to say it like that. Like as bad as the shows were, or as bad as the ideas were, they were still like entertaining more than what we have now, at least, or what the kids have now.
'Cause back then, it was like a guilty pleasure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we all found out like we all thought it was. We didn't know that happened. Like, well, now people think feet fetish is weird now, but back then no one. Everything was silent. Now there's no. Yeah, social media exists back then, but it was not like that big back then. People had their like stuff secrets. But there's an episode of Sam and Cat where no, not episode, a tweet from the Sam and Cat page on Twitter saying that take a picture of your feet so they can like do something with it on the episode of Sam and Cat. Like, I wasn't there for that because I didn't watch Sam and Cat back then. I went last. I think last.
I haven't.
It didn't last that long. But now, like looking back now, like we grew up with a guy who made our childhood memories, and now he's remembered for being a weirdo. Now, it's crazy, right, guys?
Yeah.
It's kind of like what we saw with a different perspective was entirely different in like actuality. Like we thought we were seeing just I don't know random weird chaotic episodes of feet, but
Yeah,
nah.
there's a lot of episodes with feet sometimes in the episode of iCarly. I remember that.
And we just saw it as
Normal.
nice little entertainment.
Yeah, we thought everything was.
But in reality, it was an old creepy dude who had this obsession with feet, on specifically like younger kids. So he was both a pedophile and
Yeah.
a weirdo. Like overall, that's just disgusting.
Yeah.
I don't know who in their right mind would even.
I know he made a video. He also made a video game as well. Like he helped out in the video game. I think it was like Nickelodeon. It's like a Nickelodeon party game, like on the PS2 when the PS2 was still relevant.
I think I'm aware with that. I've never played it, but I've heard about stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember back then there used to be a lot of cartoon video games, like games based off of shows and movies.
Ben
Yeah.
10.
One of my favorite
Iron
of them
Man.
was SpongeBob Lights, Camera, and Pants for the PS2. That shit was awesome. It's just like it's like SpongeBob but like Mario Party wise, but not like Mario Party like no boring like that. You just you participate in mini games to get a specific role in the film because they're making a film, I think I knew Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy, right? Is that what's called in the heroes in the show?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
With
I
the
always
invisible
played-
Bolt-mobile.
I always played
Yeah.
Spider-Man. I used to always play it on the DS.
Which
and
one?
I don't remember which one it was, but it started off in like an apartment that was on fire.
Oh yeah, I think I know that one.
And then there was another Spider-Man where you enter this building and there's like lasers. And it's like I don't remember the color of the building. It was like either blue, like the lights inside the building were either blue or red, or like green, blue, red, or green, either one. And it was like really cool. And
Yeah, I remember that there was Spider-Man games for like advertising the movies and stuff.
there's always like Marvel games, DC games, like I don't know, like the cinema was at its peak, like everything cinema. The early 2000s to 2010s, cinema was at its peak. That's when Marvel was going at it, DC was going at it. You had Heath Ledger as the Joker.
You had Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man, or Andrew Garfield in Amazing Spider-Man. You had
Yeah, there
You had
was.
X-Men. You had
You had
what was the other one? The Fantastic Four, right? That one came out.
you had Lego Batman come out.
Oh hell yeah, Lego Batman.
Yo, Lego Batman is.
The
You
the
had
first one, right?
Yeah, you had Lego Avengers. You had there was all of that, all of those good games.
I never played Lego Batman.
And they were
I
all
know
based
you
on
played a lot of it,
movies.
when you were little with your
A lot
brother.
of what?
Lego Batman video game, the first
Oh
one.
yeah, the video game. I mean, I finished that one, and my
Actually,
god, it
when
was one of the
that-
best games I've ever played.
What is your favorite Lego game, Chris? I mean, not Chris. Manuel.
My favorite Lego game.
Like video game.
I haven't really played much. I went back to like the Lego Batman trilogy as of recent. Yeah, I like those.
I also played Lego Star Wars as well.
The Complete Saga. That one. I played two. You already know the first one, Lego Harry Potter, the Remastered Edition. I played all of it recently. It has year 1 through year 8.
Mhm.
And of course Lego Star Wars, the complete saga, who has episode 1 through episode 6, and not the Skywalker one. That one has the whole series. But I don't like Skywalker sagas because it's just there's not too much comedic stuff in it. But in the original one, it was more serious and sometimes a bit funny as well, which I really loved because you have serious stuff like when they changed when Qui-Gon Jinn died, when Darth Maul killed him, and when in the movie Darth Maul kills him when he stabs him. It just happens in the complete saga. He just stabs him with the dual lightsaber. But like in the Skywalker saga, when you defeat Darth Maul, they do like a little dance, and then Qui-Gon gets killed. Like Darth Maul was on the floor, he stabbed him with the lightsaber. But that didn't happen in the movie, and it didn't happen in the complete saga. Yeah, they made a lot of comedic stuff about it. So same thing on another scene in Return of the Jedi, and where Palpatine was shooting lightning at Luke, and Luke was getting all hurt. But when he did it in the Skywalker saga, he had like these like fake like lightning toys, kind of like that sword from Halo, and he did it like for comedic reference. But in the original one, it was lightning. Like they took like. Everything was serious in the complete saga. Now, like in Skywalker saga, it's all a complete joke. I guess I have to thank Disney for that. So thank you, Disney, for making things less lighthearted instead of stuff seriously.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Yeah, it's true that Disney has tended to grow. It's making a lot of kids softer than the way old movies used to be. Like back then, you had Up, you had Lightning McQueen, all of that, where they were the hero. We all knew that, but they'd enter like a really bad hardship, and not just any kind. Like for Rapunzel,
Her mother was an ass.
wasn't her mother was, I mean, evil, and then
Like
her
basically
and then
kidnapped her.
yeah.
For like years and stuff.
and then the guy
Tried to rescue her.
what's his name?
I don't know.
I know his last name is Ryan Hood or something.
Yeah, we'll just call him that.
Eugene?
Ryan or
Eugene,
something like that.
Eugene Crab.
Eugene.
Was his name Eugene?
I don't know. Okay, let me find out.
I think it's Eugene. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was Eugene.
Okay, whatever. Eugene. I think that his name or not.
Yeah, I remember doesn't the mother
know
stab
the-
him
I know.
Yeah, the mother stabs him.
and he's killed, and then he's
revived.
yeah.
He was revived by the
Te-
power over her.
Of the tears.
Yeah.
It's-
But
it's-
you see, there was those kinds of things, and then for Lightning McQueen, the cars were getting like crashed and all of that, or something, in that one movie.
Yeah, and he
Oh,
had
yeah,
to
When
the-
they were
fully
racing?
in the first movie,
combat.
I think like the greatest, like the championship guy, not the what was the other one, the green card called?
I don't know, but they were eliminating
Chickens.
they were eliminating
yeah, what?
the vehicles.
Chickens.
Chicken, yeah.
But yeah, they were eliminating the
I remember he
vehicles.
used to do that. I used to do that a lot when I was little.
And now you have things like Turning Red, where instead of just like cool entertainment
Yeah,
movies, now it's
yeah.
all about trying to give a lesson. And now you got like on Turning Red, it's about
Periods.
someone who just has social anxiety or gets like nervous a lot and then turns to this dumb animal.
Yeah, but
Unrealistic.
yeah, cause the bear, what was it called? The
And then you had Toy Story. Sid,
you didn't let me finish.
go on.
What in Turning Red? Where they turn to, like foxes or something like that? Like
Something like that.
some,
No,
like,
a
animal,
red
but
panda.
Some people in the movie, some of them were bigger,
A red panda.
something like that.
Yeah, basically Red Panda.
Yeah, but they instead people. I heard a theory that they represent like their periods. That's what I heard, but I don't like getting into that because that's inappropriate. So now you can continue, Chris.
Oh yeah, in Toy Story you have toys that are seen and shown as human-like. They're given human features, as in they talk, they walk, then they have emotion. And then you have Sid, who mutilates, or not mutilates, but he does these things to toys. He messes with their limbs, puts them apart, combines them. He does these, I don't know how you'd say it, but he abuses toys, and that's shown to kids. That was shown to kids so long ago.
Yeah, because that movie
And-
came out it came out in '90s. It came out in '96.
And that was like the movie
Have you
I
guys
grew up
also
with.
heard the announcement for Toy Story 5?
Go to the cafeteria, eat your food. I'll go look for you guys. Unless you're not in skills. Unless you're not in skills. If you're in skills, you come here, you can have a sub.
Jesus.
I'm not gonna put you guys to do something, just don't give the sub a hard time.
What was it, Manuel,
He
about?
said something about
Either by
we're gonna
7:30.
get stuff tomorrow. So.
That way
Oh, because
you can
the
so you can grab
skills
something
people
there.
are not gonna come. They're gonna go like they're going to TSCC, which is a college in Harlingen.
Who's going there?
Like skills.
And the kids who aren't in skills would just come over here?
Yeah, we just come here. Y'all gonna have a sub, I think. But I'm trying to get sick tomorrow because if y'all don't know, I'm kind of getting sick right now. Like I got a worse sunny. I threw up this morning. I think I'm getting worse. I think if I get, I'm thinking I'm getting body aches.
I have the
Which
cough.
which I really hate because when I get body aches, I'm so damn weak. I can't move at all. Like I have to walk slowly.
Yeah, let's wish Mike the best of luck.
Yeah, I'll get better.
Anyways, I think this is a good time to end the show. So, guests, let's say goodbye.
Bye, guys.
Alright, see ya.
Thank you all
Thanks
for your
watching
time,
the podcast.
and thank you all for your time. Thank you for listening in and stopping
I'll
by.
get this on my channel.
Appreciate it.
And you have to turn it off on the